Do you have a Shopify store? Well, if you want to add instant AI customer support, you can absolutely do that with Jotform. Hey Jotformers, welcome back. I'm Kimberly, and like I mentioned, if you have a Shopify store and you want to add an AI agent or a chatbot to your Shopify store, you can absolutely do that with Jotform. Now, as you can see, I'm currently in my Shopify store, Blush and Birch. This is a clothing / accessory Shopify store. And when we add our AI agent, she is going to be in the bottom right-hand corner, right down over here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to my next tab, just to take a look at my products. You can see I have a lot of different products, a lot of different SKUs and variants to pull from. But next tab over is going to go ahead and take us to the Shopify App Store. I already have searched for Jotform, so we can see right here, Jotform AI Chatbot, which is a live chat. I'm going to go ahead and open, and we'll go ahead and install. And we're taken back to connect to our store. I'm going to go ahead and choose to connect right here. And one thing to keep in mind is if you aren't already logged into your Jotform account, it's going to ask you to log in. I can see that it's already noticing that I'm logged in, so I'm going to choose to allow. And from here, you have two different options. You can either start from scratch by creating a brand new chatbot, or if you have already created an AI agent with Jotform, you can absolutely pull from that list. Now, for this example, I am going to go ahead and choose an AI agent that I've already created. But if you're going to create a new AI chatbot, all it's going to do is it's going to look at your store to learn about your products, your FAQs, your exchange policies, things like that, in order to understand your store to help your users. So I'm going to go ahead and choose select from an existing AI chatbot. Let's go next. And I can see it's listing all of my AI agents that I have already created over in Jotform. And I'm going to choose Sophia. She is my Blush and Birch online assistant. Now, over on the left-hand side, you can see that we're just in the overarching Jotform AI Chatbot tab. And this is going to give us an overview of some of the most popular things like analytics. I'm actually going to jump down to the next one where it says AI agent settings. And this is where you can build out your AI agent. Now, if you started from scratch, this is also where you're going to land. So you can choose what you want your avatar to look like. You can scroll down. It's going to keep on giving you suggestions. And if we scroll down, we can change our agent's name, her role, her response length. Do you want it to be really short, minimal, all the way up to chatty? You get to choose. We also have the default language. Now, whatever default language you choose, just know that if your users start speaking in another language, the AI agent is going to know, and it's going to automatically switch to one of the many supported languages. We also have the ability to change the tone of voice, and we can also change that greeting message. Now, if there are more things that you would like to edit, let's say that you want your face to be the face of your AI agent, you can absolutely do that over in Jotform within this AI agent. Let's go ahead and jump over to agent style. This is where you can change the colors. You can have it fit your brand. You can also choose which side of your Shopify store your AI agent is going to fall on. Like I mentioned, it's going to automatically be over on the right-hand side. We can have it be always open after 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or don't open automatically. You get to choose that. And we can also have it kind of having that pulsating effect as well. Next up is going to be training your chatbot. This is what I was mentioning. It's going to go ahead and pull from your store, so that way it knows your products, your SKUs, how you run your business. It's going to know that, so that way it's going to help your customers a lot better. So we can see we have some auto-trained knowledge. We have store items, collections, privacy policy. If we want to manage that knowledge, you can absolutely do that. We also have some Shopify skills. If you want to turn any of these off, you can. So we have searching for products, recommending products, show and update cart, and we can also show order status. And at the bottom, you can also add in specific agent skills if you'd like. All right, let's go back up to the top. Let's go ahead and publish. And I'm going to jump back over to my original store. Let's go ahead and hit the refresh button. And we should have Sophia down there on the bottom right-hand corner. Perfect. All right, lots of things that we can do. Today, we're going to talk about tracking an order. We're also going to build out a cart. I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and track an order that I have had in the past. All right, let's enter in that order number. Perfect. We can see what I ordered and we can see that it was delivered. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and let's do some shopping. Let's say I'd like to look at your yellow dresses. So I can see we have the Lemon Drop Mini. So hopefully it's going to pull that one. Perfect, Lemon Drop Mini. We see it's available in extra small all the way through extra large. Perfect. Let's go ahead and add to cart. And once I'm ready to check out, we can easily change that size to what we need. I'm also looking for some green accessories. Let's see what it pulls up. All right, we have the forest necklace and we also have the sage bloom midi dress. Let's go ahead and view those details. That's going to take us to that specific necklace. Perfect. We can go ahead and add to cart. Perfect. It picked right back up in the conversation. We can see we can add to cart perfectly in both places. We can also see our bag up in the top right hand corner that has that lemon midi dress. But let's go ahead and add this to cart as well. And we can see right up here, this changed to a 2. Let's say, what happens if the dress doesn't fit? So we can see there that it is searching knowledge. We can see here you can return it or exchange it under our returns policy. I can check the exact return window and steps if you want. Let's say, yes, please. All right, and it's pretty much just saying, if you need to return it, let's just start that return, which I don't need to because I haven't gotten it yet. So let's say I'm done shopping. I'd like to check out. All right, perfect. We can easily click here to check out. It's going to take us to our bag. We see that Lemon Drop Mini as well as that forest necklace. So let's go ahead and head back. Now, some other things I want to mention is, again, over there on the left-hand side, if you want, you can see all the conversations that your AI agent has had. And if I jump back over into Jotform and I come over here to conversations, I can see right here, this little green dot lets me know that this specific person is still actively on my website shopping and utilizing this AI agent. So what I can do is I can choose to take over so that way I can be the one who is having the conversation instead of an AI agent. Now, jumping back. If we come down, we have access to all the analytics, so we can see what our AI agent is suggesting, the revenue that it has brought in. We can see the recommended products, the top products purchased through our AI agent, any type of unanswered question. So if your AI agent wasn't sure how to answer a question, it'll land down here. So that way you know that that question needs to be addressed in your training knowledge, so it is addressed going forward. We also have different integrations that you can add in as well, but one of my favorites is the channels. So your AI agent for Shopify doesn't have to be just for Shopify. You can have Sophia on Instagram, on WhatsApp, in your Gmail, on your WordPress site, in Messenger, lots of different places, and Sophia still is just going to count as one agent. Now, before we wrap up, let's come back up to our AI agent settings. Right here where it says train your chatbot, I definitely want to touch on manage the knowledge. So this is going to open us over into Jotform, basically where we just were. And you can see that we have lots of different knowledge options. So if I click on knowledge, we see the shipping policy, the opt-out instructions, we have more shipping. So you have the ability to add more information and you can see more sources. So if you have Zendesk or Freshdesk, if you have knowledge in there, you can absolutely bring it over. Even YouTube, or even specific questions that you know you get asked all the time, you can add that in there. So that way your Shopify agent isn't really just pulling from your Shopify store, it's pulling from your overall brand. And it really is as simple as that. If you have any questions about how to use Jotform's AI agents on your Shopify store, let us know down below in the comments. If you like this video and you got some value, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notification every time we put out a new video. I'll see you next time.